What's going on, YouTube? Back at it with another one today. Today I plan on going out to the state park, taking my Livescope, finally getting to play around with it for a little bit. Gonna see if I can't figure it out. Don't plan on fishing too much, just hopefully get some good footage, show y'all what fish look like, and show y'all what a newbie looks like messing with them. So stay tuned, we're about to get at it. We are in. If y'all haven't been to the state park here on Lake Corpus Christi, y'all need to come check it out. They do a beautiful job at keeping it up. And it's really good fishing. Okay, this is the active captain. Kind of show y'all what I see as I'm going through it. Trying to get back to the charts on this one. Just kind of scoping it out. Should be going to sonar. So I'll go back to sonar. Go down to Livescope. Boom, there's my first look at it. You can see on the left of the screen, that's a bunch of crappie. About 4 foot down. Or no, actually about 12 to 16 foot down. And about 2 to 4 foot back behind where I was recording. You see that big old bait ball on the right hand side as I'm scanning through there. This is over at the state park. You can faintly see the tree sitting on the bottom of that pier or whatever kind of structure they got. But on this one, there's definitely a lot of crappie in the screen. Hanging off of the pole, though, not right up against it. Got one heading to the pole right now. I didn't take a pole, but there was a few. Oh, that's a good fish right there. Dang, I took it off of it. Just scanning around the pole. You can see that crappie right there on the bottom of that structure. A couple of them. I didn't take a pole with me because I was just focused on looking at the settings. But that's just me scanning around right there at the state park. There's a better view of that structure that's down there on the bottom of it. This is the pole at the very end and the middle pole of the State Park Pier here at Lake Corpus Christi. Just to kind of show you how deep it is and what was going on down there. And then this one was the very corner pole. If you're walking to the end of the pier, you hang a left and it's the very far corner on the left hand side. Look at that big old fish in the screen up there. You got some decent fish, some smaller fish, maybe some white bass schooling in there. And again, y'all are looking at this, you know, real time, just as I was looking at it down there. Got my gain set at 68% there. You see it go to depth ring, set 30 feet. Then I go back to 20 feet. I should have left it on auto. Then back to 30 feet, kind of playing around with it. But I should have left it to auto. And then that's me going out in the forward range, 30 feet out. You can see on the bottom of that one, that's structure down there too. Start getting into my settings. Manually adjusting the depth right there. Just kind of playing with it. Now I switch it back to auto, which I should have left it on in the first place. That's the one I like the most on it. See that big bait ball on the screen as I'm messing with the settings. Sonar setup, appearance. That's where I start getting into the color schemes. Let me know in the comments which ones y'all like best. That was the moss. That one was the aqua. That's the ice blue. Floodlight. Caribbean. Lava. Rusted steel. Then I go to yellow. Blue. Red shad. Orange crawfish. midnight blue, black emerald, copper, back to the amber. I think that's the one I left it on. Yep, color gain. From what I read, I should have gone all the way up to 100% and then picked a different color, but this is what it looks like as I'm playing around with it here. The higher you go on color gain, the more the fish will pop out in the middle, so I should have left it stayed up, but it is what it is. I'm still learning. Adjusting my gain right there, you see as I go up to 71, it gets super noisy in that picture. Back to adjusting my forward range. Pretty neat just checking out all the stuff in there. And here is my last one. This is in the middle of the pier right here. It'll go on to the right. If you look on the left of that pole, there was a guy fishing there. That's his line right there. Put an arrow right on it. And his jig, on his jig, there's actually 2 or 3 crappie just hanging all around it. You'll see him lift it up here in a minute. Right there, he just jigged it up. He goes up a little bit more right there, and then boom, them crappies chase it back to him. So the crappie are on it. He just didn't have the color they wanted that day. Now you see him go off of it, and then you'll see him come right back to it. Pretty neat. There goes one. I mean, all over it. There's another one that just appeared. You got all kinds of stuff down there. You can see the structure real good on this one. There's some big fish hanging out on the far left of the screen. Maybe those are bigger bass or something. Pretty neat. You can see their fins and everything moving if you look closely. But yeah, back to the jig. Check them out. They were just all over it. There's a big crappie to the right of it. Just goes to show you guys, even if you have the expensive equipment like I got here, you're not going to make the crappie bite. Just plain and simple. You still have to have what they want. You still got to present it right. You got to be a good fisherman, you know. Like I said, I didn't take my poles today. My goal was just to watch how it does. And I seen what I wanted to see. I got to play around with the settings. Everything looked good. Still a little bit too much noise. That gain right there is on 66%. And it's a little bit clear, but once you get farther out to that 18-20 foot range, that's when it starts getting dirty. Over on Lake Corpus Christi, we're a dirty water lake, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but it is what it is. You can tell in the middle of the pier, lot shallower, 14.5 foot deep, still pretty deep. You know, it's not a very deep lake at all, and this is where all your deeper water is. Well, y'all got to see me jacking around with that Livescope for a little bit, you know, messed around with the settings. Found a few people that were actually fishing it for me. You could see their lures and stuff as I was explaining in the video. Unfortunately, nothing was caught, but that's how it goes, guys. Just because you have these expensive units, it ain't gonna make these fish bite. I'll tell y'all that right now, and y'all seen it for yourselves in the video. You know, we had some fish that were all over their lures and they didn't want to bite them, so that's just how it goes. But anyway, if y'all want to see some more of that Livescope footage, stuff like that, you know, let me know down in the comments below. I'll hopefully be getting it on to my boat sometime soon and trying it out on the main lake, you know, once these winds calm down, once it gets closer to summer. And hopefully we'll be targeting some big old crappie on the main lake. But I appreciate you guys as always. Give it a thumbs up, tell your friends about it. We'll see y'all in the next one.